Hey everybody, welcome back to GWN. I'm Knock, your host. If this is your first time here, welcome to the show, and please do hit subscribe down below. Help me build the channel. For those of you that are here on a repeat visit, welcome back. I just thought I'd let everybody know, public service announcement. If you want to record videos on YouTube, it helps to turn your mic on so people can actually hear you. I was recording this and I couldn't believe it. I actually forgot to turn the mic on, and I got almost all the way to the end of the video before I realized it. I was going through my old footage, cleaning out files and that, and I realized also I hadn't posted the level 14 Mitch video yet. So here it is. I got a bunch of replays in here, probably about 10 or 12 minutes of replays. So we got a lot we can look at. All kinds of different types of bases, different levels, and all of them Builder Hall 7, obviously. Those of you who have been around me know how much I love my Mitch attacks. So here you go. You can kind of watch these replays. Big news on the forum today from Darian, our SuperCell Community Manager. He has shocked the population. He told us that Builder Hall 8 is not coming out for months. I know. I was shocked. I was amazed. I was stunned. Here's what he actually had to say. And you can see this on the forums. Just look for BH8. You'll see the threads. Although majority of the Builder Base 8 content is already finished, we haven't done final balancing on it yet and have no plans to release it this month, which we already knew, but get this, or in Q1 of 2018. As I stated before, we're focusing on the main village for a bit since it's owed some much overdue love and attention. Wow! 2018 Q2 before we get Builder Hall 8. That means April. Now, that's always subject to change. You guys know how SuperCell is. They might decide they want to bring it out in February. Maybe they say, hey, we've got it far enough, and we got enough people at Builder Hall 7 and Max and that, so let's get it out the door. But wow, 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 April 2018 earliest is the current plan. If that doesn't give you guys who are free to play the time to get caught up and max your bases, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm actually kind of stoked. I think this is great because I will have all of my walls done. I will have a completely maxed Builder Hall 7 base on my main, and most of my alts will also be either near max or maybe even max at Builder Hall 7. I think it's great. I think it's fantastic. I'll be able to go into Builder Hall 8 with max bases. I'm also going to be able to push. By rights, I'll have everything done except for walls on my main game by the end of December. That means I can work on walls and actually push up into the leaderboards a little bit and give some of those gemmers up there a little competition. Maybe even find myself in the top 10. So we'll see. That will be pretty much fun. He goes on to say that the Winter 2017 update is a pretty big doozy. That's his words, pretty big doozy. In terms of content, Clashmas stuff, and also a ton of rebalancing for Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11. We don't want to dilute how much attention we're giving the main village by introducing new builder-based content along with it. So what he's saying is they're really paying attention to us, guys. We've all been saying, God, please, please bring us more content. Please do something with the main game. And they have listened. So we're getting rebalancing for Town Hall 10 and 11. We're getting a pretty big doozy of new content. And, of course, the Clashmas stuff, which is always fun. Last year we had that Ice Wizard. That was a ball. I wish they'd bring that back and just make it a regular troop. But who knows what they're going to bring us this year. Lots of people talking about an Ice Dragon, but I don't think that's going to happen. There's lots of chatter about that, and Darian said, no. So, last but not least, he also said that sneak peeks were not just coming soon, but that he hoped to have something to us this week. So we might get our first trickling of sneak peeks. Sounds like they're going to do it a little bit slower, maybe string it out a little bit, make it a little more fun for us. I don't know. But either way, I'm stoked. I'm happy. This is good news. This is neat stuff. We got some really good stuff coming to us here. The main game in December, and then a few months to work on and catch up on your base for the builder base until maybe as late as April. If you haven't already rushed Builder Hall 7, I recommend you do so. I talk about this all the time. If you need some assessment to help you build your upgrade strategy, hey, contact me on the forums, PM me. I'll be more than happy to take a look at your game. Just send me your player tag, and I'll give you my suggestions. I'll tell you how I would do it. You know, if you look at my games, you'll see I'm all over the place. I mean, I'm as low as 3,000 trophies with, level 4 defenses, and as high as, I think I'm around 4,500 trophies now, maybe 4,600. I typically get up to around 5,000 by the end of the season, and that's on a near-maxed Builder Hall 7. I only got a few more structures to go. So I played the full gambit. I'll be more than happy to tell you what I think would be the most efficient way to move forward. Just drop me your player tag, and I'll give it a look, preferably in a private message over on the forums. I mean, you can always email me, I guess, knockterror@gmail.com. It's really hard to figure out, right? But either way, just send me your player tag, and I'll let you know what I think you should do, and maybe it'll help you. And if it doesn't, well, okay, you know, I tried. At any rate, we got these Mitch replays going on in the background. Like I said before, anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely love my Mitch attacks. Back in Builder Hall 6, I was one of the first players to start using this combination. I'd like to think I was the first and that I named it, but I no sooner started calling it Mitch than I started hearing other people also calling it Mitch, so I probably wasn't first. But I was definitely early on, and this became my go-to. I'll tell you, the first troop that I have gemmed in a very, very long time on Clash of Clans was the Night Witch. I gemmed her up to, I think I gemmed it to maybe level 8 or 10 from around 4. So I did a good 4 to 6 levels on it. So I spent a few pennies on that one, and I got better and better with it, and I kept on upgrading until I finally had her to level 12, and I really got good with it. It became my go-to strategy, and even at the new Builder Hall 7, when I first jumped in, I had Mitch as my primary strategy. After that, I upgraded the beta minions to level 14, of course, but then I did level 14 on my Night Witches, and you know, it's been a love affair ever since. Now, I will admit, dropships have kind of stolen me away from Mitch and Builder Hall 7. They are my favorite right now, but you never know, that might change, especially with Builder Hall 8 right around the corner and all the new air defenses. I might start doing more Mitch. You can never tell. A group of guys on the forums were talking about using Mitch as their attack strat while their battle machine was down. And I thought, wow, I haven't had as much luck at Builder Hall 7 later, you know, up in the 4,500 to 5,000 range with Mitch. So I want to give it a try. And I did. And sure enough, I did pretty good with it. I was able to get, what did I get? 61% on one, 69% on another. I might have got like a 72 or 74. So I did okay. And a lot of times at the 4,500 plus range, we're right around, and 4,400 is close enough. You will find that a 60 to 70%, 75% result, 2 stars, is enough to win. It just depends on, you know, how your defenses are on your base. And mine are pretty far along. I've really only got the point defenses. The archer towers and 1 cannon, I think, is all I've got left to do on point defenses now. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm pretty far along, which means my base isn't really easy to break through. So I was able to do pretty good with it. A bunch of other people posted their results. We had a naysayer, somebody who said, no, it'll never work. And everybody said, oh, yeah, it will. And a bunch of us, you know, went out and did it and posted some results. And somebody might have even posted a video. I don't know. But lots of us said, yeah, it works. And it does. It does. Mitch is a really strong strategy. I mean, it combines air and ground. And the way it works is you send in your battle machine to tank for the Night Witches and their bats to clear mines and mega mines for the beta minions. And it also tanks for the beta minions because the bats come out pretty fast from the level 14 Night Witch. That's what you get at level 14 is it decreases the amount of time between bat spawns. So it increases the rate of their spawns. And as fast as they come out, they distract archer towers and, of course, the weapon of mass beta minion destruction, the roaster, and even the air bombs and the firecrackers. So I mean, it's it's a really good, solid, complementary hybrid army composition. I like to come in a lot of times going straight at the air bombs to get those out of the way first. That way, hopefully, I can get a little more bang for buck out of my Night Witches. And also, it helps to keep the beta minions alive a little bit longer. But if I can't get to the air bombs expediently, I'll go ahead and come from the opposite or come in from an angle. A lot of times, I'll come in and go for the roaster as well. I mean, you can see that in some of these. I kind of do it on this one. I use the beta minions to take out some stuff around the roaster, and then after that's cleared, it's not that hard to get to the roaster. And between the beta minions and the bats, I mean, the bats will distract the roaster while the beta minions pummel it and knock it out pretty quick. And I lose a few beta minions along the way, but not too many. I mean, you can count them. It looks like I got about maybe 12 left, and I lost a couple more. But it does work pretty well. Probably the biggest problem for the Night Witches, and this is on any Night Witch attack, is the multi-mortar. If you can get the multi-mortar gone early, you want to do so. Because the key to success with the Mitch attack, whether it's just Mitch or mass Night Witches or drop Mitch, the key to the success of a Night Witch attack is getting rid of the multi-mortars, keeping the Night Witches alive so that the big defenses, the point defenses, the splash defenses can be taken out and leave you with some Night Witches to throw more bats and even to hit with their green slime laser ball of plasma gun or whatever the heck it is that they use when they're throwing their spells. So I usually try to get into that multi-mortar early. Sometimes you have to send in the battle machine to tank, but if he does tank and he keeps the multi-mortar busy, you'll get it out pretty quick. I mean, right here, you can see it on this one. It doesn't take long. Boom, it's gone. What am I in, like 10, 15 seconds? And a lot of these attacks are over within 1.5 minutes, too. They don't last very long, usually. The only time they do is if you get everything that can shoot you or blow you up gone, and you lose your last Night Witch, but you got like 1 or 2 bats left, and you just let it continue to pound on something like a storage or something. But in that case, to be honest, just completely exit your game, close it out, and go back in, and the attack will be over with, and you'll get the points because the AI continues to run the attack in the background. The reality is, once you're no longer actively doing anything, your attack is over with. If you can't hit the ability on the battle machine and you've deployed all your troops, you can exit and go back in, and the attack will be finished, and it'll be as if you actually sat there and went all the way through. So, at any rate, that's what I got for you guys today. If you got any questions or comments, please do drop them down below. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and I'll be back in another day or two to bring you a little more information on the builder base, and who knows, maybe even some update information. Thanks a lot. Take care and keep on clashing.